Okay, got a project on hand. The angle's all wrong. Ooh. Is that better? Okay. Got a project in hand. Wanted to show off my newly learned editing skills. Actually, kind of try to perfect them. One thing I'm going to do is I'm going to splice in two separate pieces of footage of me playing Coffee Addict. Oh, I forgot to put my microphone on. Microphone plug. Insert horrible sound effect there. Blah! Okay, and connect, clip. Okay, is that better? Okay, so I'm going to do splicing between, I think, 3 segments of this video. I'm going to have some footage of me playing Coffee Addict. Actually, not really playing. It's just going to be the game. I want to compare the volume level of the sound. Make sure that it's going to be workable. First is going to be the intro segment with the credits, and then the starting to play the game and actually play it. And I'll do that right now. Okay, and then we're going to do another segment after that of the game not being played. Is that angle off again? See, every time I have to start the new segment, I have to lean the ring light stand towards me, start the recording, and then stand it back up and then lean back. So there's a portion of the video that I'm having to clip off every time I do it. So next is going to be the segment of the game not being played and the coffee man having his meltdown. The reason I'm doing this is because I want to redo the sponsored ads commentary video with actual spam fodder in it now. But also I just wanted to redo this sponsored ads commentary video. The audio was horrible and my delivery was not that good. But anyway, so here goes the second part. Insert it here. Okay, so that was the guy spazzing out. Lots of fun, huh? Now, of course, you realize for the sponsored ads commentary video, angle's off again. There, is that better? Okay, for my sponsored ads commentary video, I'm going to say, don't be like this guy. And that's where my joke is going to be. That's one big joke of that whole video. The rest of it's all serious. Okay, so the thing I'm going to splice in here is about a little over 2 minutes of a playlist on my VLC media player while my cat sneezes in the background. And so I have seconds marked off on it. You don't tap on the screen of your Kindle the same way you do on your phone. It doesn't work that way. Kindles have buttons. Who invented buttons? Okay, so got the timing of when the thing scrolls marked off here, so I know when to start and stop different segments, and I use a stopwatch to say when those timestamps occur, and I have a list of all the songs, so I can follow the list without having to, because I can't see the screen that I'm talking about while I'm showing it, and that's inherent in the nature of green screen acting. You're having to perform to something that's not actually there. Well, when you're doing something like referring to a list of a scrolling and moving object list of words or titles, then you have to kind of have a list to refer to know what's going to be there and when it's going to be there. So, what I was talking about when I first edited the video was, when I first tried to do this, I tried to put a picture of my phone on the video like this, and then overlay the video on top of that. But the editing software that I have doesn't do that very well. I'm not sitting far enough forward. So I couldn't do that. So I finally realized that what I needed to do was to take and make a separate project for taking the video and the phone image and making the video overlay on the phone image in a separate project, and then save that as an object, and then overlay the object on my video, which is what I now know how to do. So let's put the video up there, and I'm going to have to give myself some kind of signal to know, because of the magic of modern editing and my cat grooming in the background, I'm going to know, because I'm watching the stuff, and I know when to insert it based on what I say when I'm starting the stopwatch. So, let me just turn this sideways. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to do it right now. Okay. At the beginning of the list is a bunch of complete albums. Tubular Bells 2, Animals 1977, the Pink Floyd album. And then, of course, there's 2112 by Rush, another 18-minute saga. My spliced version of Carnival 9, The First Impression. My second favorite song of all time, Keep Your Hands Off My Power Supply. Black Sabbath's The Dark and Zero the Hero from their Born Again album. The one album where Ian Gillan sang for them. We're already on the second screen. Okay, let's try that again. Reset, start over. Okay, no. Have the paper in my hand, have the list here, have everything handy. Okay, here we are. Tubular Bells 2, Animals 1977, Rush's 2112, the spliced version of Carnival 9, and my second favorite song of all time, Keep Your Hands Off My Power Supply. And I'm not going to go through all the rest of the songs. Of course, I got to have some Grateful Dead in there for my brother. Now on to the second screen. Starts with the Alien, Smoke on the Water, the amazing, ingratiating Wraxtiorre performance in 1985. I'll tell you a little bit about that later. By Torn Snow Dog, another epic, long piece. I'm not one for short songs. Godzilla, oops, yeah I am. Couple of Elton John songs. Deep Purple's Any Fool Know That. You don't think I'm a Deep Purple fan? Okay, and now we're going to move on to the second part of the list. Dare to Be Stupid by Weird Al Yankovic, and since we're doing Devo-styled songs, is March On by Devo's second to last album ever recorded. And of course, Ian Gillan's Dislocated from a solo project. The Battle Rages On by Deep Purple, which Richie Blackmore called The Cattle Grazes On. He didn't like the album that much. Other songs, of course, if you're a Pink Floyd fan, you can't go through life without knowing Set the Controls for the Heart of the Sun down here at the bottom. And Rainbow's Difficult to Cure, the final vinyl version. Don't be fooled. And now on to the third screen. Gillan, Iommi, solo project, Out of My Mind. He did it as a charity thing. Another Devo song, Monster Man, from their actual last album, Something Else for Everybody. Ian Gillan's No Laughing in Heaven, Aerosmith's Toys in the Attic, BTO's Not Fragile, that pompous spoken word of the title over the riff with some kind of ominous meaning. Very disturbing. My Penchant for Punk, Pass for Normal by Culture Side, where my friend John Ramos played bass on it, and he sang in this song too. It's one of the reasons why I like it. Perfect Strangers, there's a lot of Deep Purple in here. You wouldn't think I'm a Deep Purple fan, would you? And so that is that. Okay, I managed to do that. Stop. Okay, now, what was I going to discuss earlier? Oh yeah, I was going to talk about the Smoke on the Water version from the playlist. from Nebworth 85, right after Deep Purple reunited for their reunion tour, made the album Perfect Strangers, and when they went on tour in Nebworth, their famous concert festival in England that they made famous, they when they returned there, they said this couldn't happen anywhere else. It had to happen here. But during the song Smoke on the Water, he said that he wanted to thank each and every one of the members of the audience, and I know every one of you mothers by name, you know, the ingratiating rock star stuff that you think, oh my God, he's not some rebellious, sick-minded teenager, he's an actual performer who's grateful. So we always mocked it as being the ingratiating rock star performance. But he also said something very interesting in that he said, and this was the first time talking to the audience after Perfect Strangers had come out, he said that when we first got together to do this reunion, we didn't know, we had to think about two things. One was how well we were going to get on, and the other was how was it going to work out with you guys. And of course, he was talking about whether or not he and his fellow bandmates were going to get along long term to be able to continue recording records. And of course, whether or not the audience was going to accept their new sound. And then he said, you have made everything worthwhile. In other words, he didn't address the first concern. He knew back in 1985 that Mark II was doomed again. So yeah, he knew right after they did that first album that it wasn't going to last again. Anyway, so that is my little test. I think it kind of worked. It's a little sketchy. I may have to practice it several times more. Another thing I was going to do in this video was try these matcha flavored KitKats, green tea chocolate. Notice the KitKats are actually green. I'm going to add a segment after the end of this of me actually eating one, but I wanted to show the package unopened. All the Japanese lettering. But, so yeah, now I've got to open. And I was going to do a short today. I was going to do a short talking about until your state ends the mask mandate. A nice way to make the world smell better is to take a piece of minty gum and put it inside the pouch of your mask to make the world smell better, and then immediately afterwards say no, the humidity from your breath would make the gum sticky and pasty, and that would be horrible and ruin your mask. So don't do that. So yeah, I've got to do that still. And that's next. I'm going to do that vertically though. So anyway, so added segment after this. Is that better? Don't forget to share this video wherever you want to share it to. I don't ask people to like or subscribe my videos because subscribing usually is pretty organic. People either subscribe because they want to or don't subscribe because they don't want to. But telling them to do so has nothing to do with their behavior. So, now we need to do the infamous trying the matcha flavored KitKats. This is Break. Little mini package. Completely in bright green. You really want me to get that fan oil, don't you? Oh, look at this. It's this delightfully avocado-looking green color. According to the ingredients, it still contains cocoa powder, so it's still technically chocolate, I think. I think it's just so heavily green tea flavored that it's this color of green. It's not noticeably different. I mean, the cookie inside is still exactly the same. I mean, according to the picture, it's the same layered cookie, but the actual cookie itself doesn't appear to have layering. But yeah, it does. See? But yeah, it does have a different flavor than regular chocolate, but it's still good. Apparently they have a red package too, I got these at Ranch 99, and they only had the green ones, but apparently there's supposed to be like a red one, which may be either red bean curd or strawberry, and then there was also a yellow one which might be lemon. I think I'm going to need to go to like an H Mart or a Mihua to find other flavors, but I'm doing this because I want to support my friend Chris Kidman, who has recently advertised that he's going to be doing a video series on international snack foods, and they're basically their modifications from American versions. And so this is my first testing of matcha flavored KitKat bars. Really actually very good. Mostly because it's still made by the same company. It's not a knockoff that's totally weird and bizarre. It's just that the chocolate is mixed with green tea powder, which is a little bit different, but not much. The packaging is wild and different. I think it's really bizarre. If you look closely, this looks like a whisk stirring up the green liquid. I think that's kind of disturbing. But I love the Japanese lettering across the center like that. It's very epically Americanized as far as the marketing style. I don't know that the Japanese packaging would be done like this. It's very, very eye-catching. But yeah, they're really tasty. I don't think you should shirk on them. But before you go, make sure, remember, I'm still going to push this. You see I got my fancy moon pie t-shirt. But yes, double-decker banana moon pies, my absolute favorite snack. So these are not a distant second, but they're really good. Come on, you know you want to sing the old 80s jingle with me. Give me a break. Give me... Oh, no, wait, that's going to be a copyright flag. Can't have that. Stop it, stop it. So we're done, aren't we? Yes.